Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Airness Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play.
Second only to hers, but she's selling me short.
When last we left off, we had accepted a small job from Gulum-Ei. We are going to retrieve some firebrand wine for him from the Blue Palace in exchange for his cooperation in helping us determine who he assisted in acquiring the deed to Golden Glow Estate. We are very, very close to uncovering the enemy of the Thieves Guild here. So what we've elected to do is go ahead and kind of take this bribery mission, if you will, and get the information we need. So I went to Radiant Raiment, went ahead and grabbed the fine clothing they offer there. Now we are dressed like a dandy boy, and we're walking in the front door. We're going to use this audience with the Jarl as a new visitor to town as our cover for getting inside. Okay, that was weird. So really, this is a mission. It's a small mission, but it's a mission requiring some subtlety, right? We need to look the part, and we're going to come in here and have a quick audience with the Jarl. Basically, greet the Jarl, looking for an excuse to kind of get inside the palace. And then we are going to snatch what we need to on the way out. Varnius Junius.
My scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial
Now, this is the
control.
guy that the barkeep at the Winking Skeever told us about.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Okay. Let's approach.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
No business.
With the passing of my dear husband Torrig,
Just a greeting.
the weighty position of Jarl has fallen to me. Please direct questions to my steward.
Are you the High Queen of Skyrim?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torrig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
Okay. It's really difficult to sort of
Oh,
subtly
I thought
ask
that
this
matter was
question.
handled. I think Falk is taking care of that.
All right. Let's go ahead and ask her about the outfit.
It's quite fetching, actually.
Well,
the
thank you.
craftsmanship is excellent.
It was made by Radiant Raiment.
Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon.
All right. We've
Be
done the
well.
niceties. Let's
Pray
go
for
talk to Falk
solitude and
Firebeard
my
here
husband.
quick.
Do you have business with the court? I am the Jarl's steward.
I hear you're looking for some
You mean
help
the
with Wolf Skull
Dragonbridge issue?
Cave.
I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
All right. We may take that on. Put that on our to-do list.
Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
We need to be careful here,
Be quick.
right?
I have little patience.
Our
for
sympathies
mundane
lie with the
concerns.
Imperials, and these people are folks who are going to be very, very important to us later on if the Imperials do defeat the Stormcloaks. So we have to watch our step here. We're looking to make friends, not enemies. So we're going to be very casual here. We're going to locate this firebrand wine, and we are going to get out quickly and move on to the next phase of our operation. There it is. That's what we want right there. So we're looking around, make sure the coast is clear. And out we go. So thank you for joining us again, dear viewers. Magicka. Nice even 220 in both Magicka and Stamina now. Notice our health is still really low. But it gives you some sense for the power that lies in an assassin. The fact that we can invest almost nothing in our health and wear only cloth, only robes basically, and have the sort of survivability that we do, it just really says a lot about the assassin playstyle and how great it really is. It's really about having the advantage in every possible situation, and you can only do that by being prepared and being cautious. So,
got lots of things to take care of. What do you need?
I need you to get out of my way. Okay, we're going to head back now to the Winking Skeever. And as I was saying before, thank you again for joining me in this episode. I think this is going to be a real fun one. This is going to be sort of a fun, delicate stealth operation. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I actually really enjoy the missions where it's really all about not getting caught, you know? You're just trying to get in and get out, do things stealthily, not necessarily eliminate everybody. So, should be cool.
You can afford a septim or two.
Okay, first thing we need to do is prepare for our mission. Before I turn over
Papa says I won't see Rogvier.
any of this wine, I need to make sure I'm fully prepared for the mission ahead, because if we do have to tail Gulum-Ei, we need to be ready to go when we talk to him, because he's going to take action immediately, and we aren't going to have a ton of time to waste. So I'm going to go back up to the room. We're going to change into our assassin gear, and then we'll commence to the next steps. That is just a terrible outfit. All right. So we're going to go back to our assassin's garb. We've got our mask, our primary bandolier, our cowl, and then the black mage armor. That's going to be our arm guards, our boots, and our black mage robes. And then, of course, the Tanto is the primary weapon. The dagger in one hand, and our bound bow spell in the other. There's a little gold in here. Yeah, there's the crap that we were wearing. Can't remove that from inventory because we technically haven't turned in that quest yet. I think I'm going to do that on the way out. That'll only take a few minutes. And we can kind of have that one done and get it out of our quest journal. Before I leave, I'm just looking for anything else that might be of value in here, because I'm not sure I'll be coming back. I think once we've completed this mission, it's going to be time to get out of town as fast as possible. So the room becomes more of a temporary staging area than a place to just kind of rest and relax. It's kind of a place where we can close the door and do a few things privately before a mission more than anything else. So, all right. Yeah, Gulum-Ei's down there.
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know.
All right, let's
and
get
love.
started.
Our hero,
It's nice and dark, so this is the perfect opportunity for us to continue this mission. If it were daytime, I would probably wait until darkness before kicking off this mission, so...
Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to
Need something?
the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Ah, I see.
I
you
have the
the
firebrand wine.
And good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we?
No.
Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods.
Dragonborns come.
You're trying to bribe me now?
Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arengoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
Did she say why she was doing this?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand.
Sure, I understand.
However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
That's it? No name or anything?
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
I think you're lying to me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me get out of your way. Alright, now, our mission is to tail Gulum-Ei. That is the first phase of this mission. So we are going to try to be smart about this. We're going to give him a little bit of a lead, but I want to observe where he's going. If he's going to the main gate, then that's perfect. Yeah, he just went through the main gate. From the main gate, there's a significant amount of time in which he can only go one direction. There's only one way out. That buys us a little time. We can give him a lead.
Oh, what delight. Why,
Hey, ladies.
Here to buy? That's wonderful. You've done us a great service. As
She'll be
promised,
placing an
the
order
outfit is
soon.
yours, and here's something for your trouble.
Yeah, I'll take your money.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, here's your rags. You can suck it.
Oh, by all means, just leave your refuse ready.
That would be your refuse, not mine. All right. Let's play a little catch-up here. So that little stop-off gives us a little cushion. Okay, there he goes. Now, we're not going to follow him directly. We're going to take more of an oblique path here. We're going to go around here to the left. There's a fabulous spot here. If he's going where I believe he is, which is down to the docks, since that is where the trading company is, this perch here on the rocks is kind of right in the middle of a U-shaped section of roadway where he's going to be walking. So from this one perch, we'll be able to observe him during most of his walk down to the harbor. So we're going to position ourselves up here. We're way, way above his sight line. There's no chance up here that he's going to turn around and see us or any funky thing like that's going to happen. And we can observe him in third person without putting ourselves in his direct line of sight as well. So really, this is just a matter of finding a good perch and observing him as he travels, you know, the various segments of his route here. Here he comes. He's rounded the bend and he's coming down the hill. My goal is to just, you know, give him plenty of room. Even if he's a speck in a distance, I still have an eye on him, so... Yeah, he's heading down the stairs. So we're going to adjust our position a little bit here. goes. See how well camouflaged we are in the darkness with this armor on. It's just fabulous. It's perfect. Okay, staying back from the edge. He's not going to be able to see us if he turns around and looks, but in third person we can observe his location easily. Okay, now there's a guard walking the docks down there. Yeah, he's hanging a left and he's heading toward that guard, who is somewhere in front of this building right here. So we want to follow Gulum-Ei, but also avoid that guard at the same time. So this could get a little tricky down here. I'm going to prep with the Banish Light in case I need it, as well as a Muffle. And we are going to sit tight and wait for Gulum-Ei to pass, and then we will make our move. There he goes. Go, fleet. Alright. Now we watch for the guard. We also need to make sure we observe where Gulum-Ei ends up. Okay. Big doors. Can't miss him. And our guard, he's way down at the far end of his patrol pattern, so we're in good shape to pick this lock now. Lots of good shadows here. Okay, phase 1. Phase 1 complete. There he goes. Alright, now we're going to give him a little distance again. Let's go ahead and spend this perk we banked a little while ago. We're going to spend it on Silent Roll. That's one that I've wanted, and I think it'll be handy in this situation. Okay, I want to size up the environment here. Big cavernous area, but my paths are limited, so I want to choose carefully. Again, here's an opportunity to take the high road, which gets us well above his sight line, which is perfect. That's where we want to be. We don't want to be in his line of sight. In other words, we don't want to be sort of on the same level as our target. So we're going to stay above his sight line and just kind of be patient. Let him do his thing. Okay, now we've got a possible path above him ahead here. There's a lot of light down below, so I don't really want to drop down to the walkway if I can help it. If I can pass above him, I'll do that. There's a guard up here.
What was that?
Okay, he's on alert. We got to drop back into the shadows. Now from this spot, I should be able to hide and at the same time still have a general idea where Gulum-Ei is. The good thing about this interior location is there aren't too many places he can go.
Must be my imagination.
So even if we can't get eyeballs on him, we're still going to have a reasonably good idea of where he is. Okay, we got to get up here pretty quickly though. I really don't want to take out anyone in here. And my reason for that is this, that like it or not, he may be a traitor to the guild at the moment, but like it or not, he is the inside man at East Empire Company, which is huge. It's huge. So our goal is to keep Gulum-Ei as a contact. If we do this right, we will be able to keep him as a contact and have a tremendous amount of leverage over him. Now that he knows that we know what he did, right? That gives us a ton of leverage. Some very clear ways in which we can threaten him, and I doubt that we'll have any problems with him betraying the guild in the future. But what we don't want to do is, well, of course, kill him, but also we don't want to cripple his organization. So killing anybody who works for him or killing anyone inside here is going to be counterproductive. We want to keep Gulum-Ei, and we want to keep his organization strong so that they keep lifting items and they keep making us money. So My objective here is to confront Gulum-Ei, but do it killing as few of his cronies as possible. Now, I recognize the fact that at some point I may have to kill a couple of people, but I want it to be for the right reason. And for me, I think a good reason to do that would be as a demonstration to Gulum-Ei that I mean business. So maybe as a way of threatening him into spilling his guts, which is what we really need him to do. We need him to admit what he did and spill his guts completely. So there may be a point at which I might have to bump off some people as a way of intimidating him, but I don't want to bump off all of his people, because that'll just cripple his organization and it's only hurting the guild. So that is a very long way of explaining that I intend to go through here killing as few people as possible, but I figured you might appreciate the explanation, because there's a reason for just about everything I do. So that is my reasoning here. Alright, let's take the high road here. See how far we can get. I'm going to make the jump. Alright. This area is well lit, and it's not... There's patches of light that I want to avoid. This one below me is problematic. I can't really get a spell on it from this angle, and I don't even know if a Banish Light spell would work. So I'm just going to make my move quickly. I'll try Banish Light here. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, there's some light sources it won't work. So this is where Silent Roll comes in really handy. It's a great way to get through those well-lit areas very quickly and move back into the darkness. So we just roll through them and come out the other side. I want to be careful of these sentries in here. It's a little tricky. When I've gone through here in the past with other characters, I've had the benefit of either Detect Life or a Whisper, and so it's very easy to tell where the guards are and where they're going. Okay, here goes Gulum-Ei. We can see him going down underneath here. Alright, this is good. We've got a bead on him now. We know where he went. So I feel confident in exploring a little bit further. Let's head up here. Oh, it feels good having the silent roll back. I don't know if this area is occupied, so we're going to approach assuming it is. It looks clear. Okay, once again closing the door behind us. Gives us that split second of warning if somebody comes in. Here's the map. Something Delvin might want, yes. And of course the money. Gotta take the money. Don't want that crappy dagger. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to pick up objects in third person and in sneak mode. Quite often I'll go into first person when I'm looting or grabbing things. This seems to be going okay. But I definitely don't want to come out of sneak mode. I almost never come out of sneak mode when I'm doing an infiltration type of thing like this. Even if I have to leave something valuable behind, I'll be very, very careful before I ever come out of sneak mode. So usually if I do come out of it, it'll be because I need to run like crazy. You know. Oh, wait. Leave it as you found it. Close the door. Alright. Alright. We're going to let this guard move along a little bit here. The timing is pretty good. That's going to put him at the far end of his patrol, which means he's going to be well away from this little stairwell we need to go down, so we're just going to hop down here. Okay, this is the direction Gulum-Ei went. There aren't too many places to hide here, so he can't have gone too far. Excellent. Phase 2 of our operation is complete. Alright. Oh, tripwire. We're going to jump it. Oh, bear trap on the right. Going to avoid that. Okay, from here, we got 2 guys out on the dock. They hit the muffle again. And we are going to try to just sneak by these guys. We're going to stick way over to the edge here in the shadows. Okay. There's some kind of cave opening there, but I don't know if we need it or not. There's some guy in the water here. Oh, yeah, there's a lady in the middle of the path, too, which is very narrow. I'm going to explore this cavern real quick and see if there's a way to get around them. With him in the water and her on the path, there's almost no alternative, so... maybe if I went invisible, I might be able to get past them. Okay, we got spiders in there. We can hear them. This is an interesting situation. If I pop my bow in here, there's a good chance that I'll alert those guys standing on the dock down there. So I think I need to deal with these spiders in hand-to-hand combat, which is not ideal. But at this point, I don't want to risk the bow. Okay, I went up and took one swing through. I waited until I was hidden again, then made the remaining cut through the webs. Now I'm in a position where I can kind of peek inside there and see how they're positioned. Okay. Their backs are to me. This is good. Take this big one first. Done. Now we're going to back it up. Hopefully the little one will just follow me in here. Yeah, come on. There you are. Okay, that's 2. Now we just wait. Quietly, patiently. Okay, there he's going back now. Okay, done. I'm going to gather up the venom. Let's get this one too. Alright. Now let's see where this passage leads us. Remember, my goal is to get around those 2 bandits. If they're inside this secret area, they have to be in the employ of Gulum-Ei. So these are a couple we don't want to eliminate. As I said, we're not looking to cripple his organization. We're just looking to get his loyalty back by any means necessary. If we have to intimidate him, then that's what we do. Alright. Okay, there's a guy up here too. We're going to duck in here. I'm assuming he's on patrol. I don't know for sure. I'm going to wait here for a moment and see if he changes position. At this point, what I really want to do is observe him. If we observe and we see that he's just not moving, he's camped out in one spot all the time, then we'll have to come up with another way to deal with him. But if we're lucky enough that he actually moves on patrol, if he's moving, then we should be able to get around him in some way. There he goes. Okay. He's got his back to us, and we shoot around the corner. Okay, we hide in the dark here. See the bear trap at the top of the stairs? Ooh, that's crafty. But we saw it. We got around it. Now we're going to slip quietly into the water. No splashing. We've got 2 more here we're avoiding by staying in the water. Now, if we stay in the water, as much as I hate it, If we stay in the water, we should be able to get all the way up to the end here where Gulum-Ei is hiding out. Okay, there's another one. Alright. It's been a while since I did this mission, but if I remember correctly, there's going to be 3, maybe 4 bandits here that work for Gulum-Ei. If ever there were bandits that I need to take out on this mission, it's going to be these guys. And this is because I need to have a conversation with Gulum-Ei, and as long as these guys are alive and they're threatening, that's not going to happen. And I also need to send a message to Gulum-Ei that, you know what, he's got to cooperate or he's going to die. So we're going to make an example of these guys. Okay. Okay, she's on patrol. We need to see where she's going. What we're up against here. Okay, there. Okay, she's coming back. Now we just wait. And there she is. Now we go around the opposite side. Come around behind. There's another guy over there to the right. God, that's a wicked looking knife. Alright. Next one. One left. Far enough out that the bow is safe to use. Okay, there's Gulum-Ei. The guy who's guarding him is by the fire here somewhere. Put one there. Okay, yep, he's coming around. I need to draw him out, and I need to keep Gulum-Ei out of the line of fire. Oh, he's going back. Gulum-Ei should be good and freaked out by this point, seeing arrows flying in. Let's change position. Okay, where is he? Ah, okay. He went up here to the far right. Let's put one right over the top of this ladder. There's a hit. Where are you going to go, buddy? You got no place to go now. You're boxed in, my friend. All I need is for you to poke your head out just enough. And it's off to the void with you. That ought to do it. If he's not shaking in his boots now, I'd be amazed. And we do our little reservoir dogs walk into the campsite, just for added effect.
Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything.
Yeah, he's good and freaked out.
Please,
tell me first, and then I'll decide.
All right. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia.
You say the name like I should know it.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
And you're helping her?
Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
Where's Carlia now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
Alright, return to Mercer Frey. To add insult to injury and lay some additional threat on Gulum-Ei, we're going to go ahead and loot some of his stolen goods here. Oh, look at that. A soul gem. We'll take that. There's a chest up here. I think I'm going to have to go to first person to get this one. Kiss your hard-earned loot goodbye, sir. is this? Yeah, it's mostly junk. I'm not going to do an exhaustive search of this place, but I'll take the stuff that's obvious. Oh, he's got books. Ooh, master. This could be ugly, folks. If you need to get some coffee or a soda or something, now might be a good time to do that. I don't think I have my lockpicking necklace on either, if I remember correctly. Probably would have been a good idea to put that on first, but whatever. I've got 80 lockpicks. I think I can handle it. Maybe. I'm going to get a level out of this. I have to. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Oh, jeez. I'm sort of being undisciplined here in the way that I'm doing this. I mean, what I should be doing is I should be marking a spot on the lock itself, and then working from that spot. But I'm not really concentrating like I should. I'm kind of eyeballing it here, and you can't really do that with a master lock and be effective. That's why I'm burning so many lock picks here. Okay, so I mark my spot. I give it a shot. There we go. All right. I guess resist shock. We'll take it. I'll take it all. What are these books? The Wraith's Wedding Dowry. Is it a story? Yeah, I think it's just a story. Alright. Anything else? No. Oh, good grief. See if I can't be a bit more disciplined this time around. There we go. Just weapons in here. Porker meat and tusks. Not really interested in that. All right. Let's open this center gate here. Here's the last guy we took out. Check his inventory. Ooh. Elven arrows. We'll take those. Lockpicks. Always take that. All right, let's get out of here. Phase 3 complete. So I've been doing a little research on something called the Black Hand. Many of you have probably played Oblivion. I never played Oblivion. So anytime that I conjured the spectral assassin and he was talking about Matthew Bellamont and the treachery at Shaden Hall and all that stuff, I never really knew what all that was about. But so I did a little research on that and just, kind of found out sort of what the story was. What was really of more interest to me was this whole idea of the Black Hand and what was the Black Hand. And apparently it was an organization inside of the Dark Brotherhood, which was sort of a core group of speakers. And I don't know if this was exclusive just to Cyrodiil or if there were other sanctuaries throughout Tamriel that were doing the same thing, but my assumption is that that was true. So there was one listener who was the leader, who made up one of the 5 fingers, and then the Black Hand consisted of 4 speakers and 1 listener who were sort of an inner circle of leadership, if you will. And they were known as the Black Hand, so they were kind of an elite group inside of the larger Dark Brotherhood organization. I thought that was really kind of cool. And then each one of the members of the Black Hand, each one of these speakers had a high-level, very elite assassin who worked specifically for them called the Silencer. And they were kind of referred to as the Talon on the finger, if you will. The whole concept of that is just really intriguing and interesting to me. And it has made me think a lot about the future of the Dark Brotherhood in this era, and what some of Fleet's objectives will be going forward. As you know, he's interested in rebuilding the organization and making the organization truer to what the Dark Brotherhood was supposed to be. Here's a back door into Solitude. Commit that to memory. So I've been thinking about, what does this actually mean for Fleet? He is kind of a pious man. In fact, a very, very pious man. He takes a very sort of ritualistic or almost religious view of what the Dark Brotherhood does. So how will that look going forward as he becomes listener and begins to rebuild the Dark Brotherhood to its former glory? I guess we will find out. So stay tuned. But for now, this brings us to the end of another episode. I thank you for taking the journey with me, and until next time, may all that you do be swift, quiet, and deadly. And to all Skyrim assassins, I salute you. Silence is our battle cry.
You've been watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. If you liked this video, please rate, like, and subscribe. For more information on this and other CouchWarrior broadcasts, visit me on the web at www.couchwarrior.tv.